Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to expand the town of Vanilla just a little bit. We have some demand for residential zoning, a little bit of demand for industrial zoning, and I reckon we can do something about that. So what I'm going to do is immediately come in here, and I'd like to extend these roads about, well, that's 20 units, so 21. And I'm going to go 21 because down here we have this pathway. And that little pathway takes up 1 unit of space. So by doing this, we take up less. I also want to get rid of you because you're sort of in the way. And honestly, I feel like we'll go to about there. I feel like that's a pretty good space. We'll not go the whole way down, but, you know, this kind of works. Gives us a bit more space to play with and lets more people go ahead and move in. I'm also going to extend that path to there just as a bit of a placeholder. We're also going to want to go ahead and get some more pipes in here. Gonna skip every other road because we can. We'll go to there. And apparently I didn't pick a good number to use there, so we're going to have to not skip that road, but that's okay. We have enough water going in there. We'll go ahead and do that. And those guys can move in. So that should be pretty good. And what I'm also going to do is extend out this way as well, so that we have a bit more in the way of industrial zoning, but I'm going to start down this end, and we're just going to go 20 on this one, because we already have a little pathway there separating the industrial space and the commercial space. And I guess what we could do is go ahead and do a little bit of a pedestrian path up this way, right at the end, so that if we do expand out any further, we can, of course, you know, do it quite easily and get people walking between buildings. I'll also extend this to there, just because that kind of makes sense to me. So let's go ahead and do some industrial zoning just in there. And now we have this sort of, you know, asymmetrical thing going on. It's about time that we had some asymmetry up in here. We also need to extend water. I did not do that, did I? So go to there, and you go to there, and you... Well, we'll go with this one. You go to there. All right, so that connects all you guys up. We are having some issues. Oh, it's because that's not connected. That makes sense. So connect you to there. And that has sorted it, I think. Are you guys... No, you guys are good. All right, beautiful. Well, that worked much better than I expected it would. Money is still pretty good. What I'd like to do is go ahead and start buying new areas here. So I think I'll buy this one. And I think I will also buy one of these two, possibly. I don't know. I kind of want this one so that we could start planning an industrial area down here, because I feel like that would make a lot of sense, but I don't think we need to immediately jump in and start planning new areas. So what I'll do is I am just going to buy this one, because that's sort of towards where some suburbs are going to be. And if I'm going to start designating areas to anything, I feel like having suburbs would be a good thing to do, as opposed to immediately jumping in with industrial areas. So, yeah, that's my thinking there. We do still have a little bit of demand for residential. It is actually growing, which is pretty cool. We do also have the high school, which we could, if we wanted to, go ahead and place, but I really don't think we're at a point where we can do that. So I don't think I will. Although it might be cool to start planning the sort of city, not the city center, but sort of this area along here, because this whole space here is sort of going to be the city center. Suburbs are going to be sort of right here, and then little stuff all done that way. I should probably stress that this series isn't design focused at all. It may end up slightly going that way, way down the line. Just simply because at the moment, we're building out of necessity. We don't have enough money to just build everything in a sort of design-focused manner, so just keep that in mind. Emerald County is where the design is, this is where the gameplay is. Anyway, that said, I reckon I could start looking at maybe planning suburbs. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like this is definitely where suburbs would go, so I think what we'll do is we'll pop out here, and we'll start looking at getting some suburbs on the go. So, I feel like I sort of want a nice big sort of sweeping road here. So I think we'll do that. We'll come in with a road sort of like that. That could be a nice big sweeping road. Bit expensive to do. But we'll get it anyway. Then in here, we're just going to sort of go like that. And in here, we're going to sort of do similar. Maybe a little bit closer, so there's not as huge of a gap between all the houses. There's something a bit like that. And we can get a path up between those, which is nice. Yeah, I feel like this kind of lets me do what I want to do. Now let me just go like that again. No, that's really not the angle I want. That's a bit much of an angle. I guess that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with there. Bit less of a curve than I would have liked, but sure, it'll do. So those three roads are going to be pretty identical. I'm going to go a little bit further and get a slightly more unique looking road because I don't want everything to be perfectly identical in here. So this one's going to have like that on it, which is fine. That's going to sort of act like a little cul-de-sac or something. And this can sort of do the same as well. So that's going to go there. Then this road is going to want to go sort of there again. And I guess we could sort of mirror that design ever so slightly on this side. So if we go a bit like that, and we'll go a little bit like that, and we'll do the same just here as well. So those all sort of go that way, which I quite like. Again, just adding little bits of sort of unique flair to the whole area. I'll continue this a little bit as well, and I guess just bring that down to there, because I might as well. And we'll continue these as well, just ever so slightly. Not as far, but a little bit. I kind of like it. And for here, we're just going to sort of continue the pattern we have going. We'll curve this one up a little bit. And then this one can sort of curve in a similar manner, but not as far. And that'll do. That's sort of our first little residential space. It is going to get... It'll expand a little bit. We'll fill out this space a little bit more as we go along. We'll just extend this a little bit further because we might as well. So go to there. And go to there. I like it. I do. I really like that. This road here is gonna stay as is. I'll probably put some trees or something along it eventually. But I like it as it stands. And I feel like that road's probably gonna... We're probably gonna want to curve it just a little bit more than we already have, because it's sort of gonna go along the base of the mountain. So something kind of like this, I suppose, and then kind of into the city. So that's going to sort of stay along the base of the hill. We will have roads that go up into the hill because we're going to have houses up here, but this is the way it's going to be for the time being. This little road here can extend down into this space eventually, but obviously not just yet. As it stands, I'm going to sort of leave that. I just wanted to design that. I wanted to get that in there immediately so that we could see what this space is going to look like. I actually really want to do this. Want to extend that there, then just extend that to there. Just so it looks kind of interesting. And a little bit further. And get another one just sort of like that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, we're going to leave that as it is. There is a little bit of demand, so what we'll do is just extend this road again a little bit further. We'll go another 20, why not? Go another 20, get another one of these roads in, and extend it the whole way across. And extend this one the whole way across as well. Just like so. Obviously going to want to get the little pedestrian path just in here. Like that, and like that. Then fill up the whole thing with residential again. So that people start moving in. We are getting to the point with City Skylines already, and I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. We're getting to the point that the game does where you have to start taking time with everything you do, because initially there is this huge burst of development and zoning and all that stuff. That does wear off quite quickly. Which is why I want to start working in areas like this, and I'm actually really pleased with that. I'm really pleased with this. I think what I'd like to do is get one of these avenues and sort of loosely follow this curve. Very, very loosely, but nonetheless, definitely following it. Just to run like that. Because I think this could look quite cool if we have sort of an avenue that follows this road a little bit. So sort of like that. And then connects there. So that way this would technically be an avenue as well. I think that could look quite cool. So this would sort of go along the bottom of the mountain still, which it's doing, and sort of along to there. Maybe doesn't look as good as I would have wanted. I feel like maybe this needs to be a little roundabout. So let's see if we can do that. And by the way, I know people don't like roundabouts. I do, but I happen to kind of like them. I think they're quite cool. So I'm going to be using them not a heck of a lot, but a little bit here and there. So let's go, I guess like that. Is that? I think that's about right. I think it's like 4x4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's not even, but it'll do. Then there, and then there. That is actually not terrible, which pleases me, because I thought it might be. Good, good, good. Alright, let's grab a little bit of a thing to come off of here, and sort of extend it to there. The roundabout still has its shape, which is beautiful. We'll go ahead and get rid of this whole section of road, and we'll just leave that sort of like that. This little bit here is obviously going to need to curve around. I'm going to want to turn off snapping for this. So curve that to there and there. That's maybe a little bit much. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, traffic can flow around. It might be worth using highway to do it. That might be a good idea, although I can't currently upgrade it. But highways would let them flow faster. That is for sure. Highways would definitely let them flow faster, but I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Oh, we're a busy town. All right. City planning policies have been unlocked. Level 4 unique buildings and leisure and tourism buildings. We have free public transport policies. Heavy traffic ban encourage biking. Ban biking on sidewalks. NIMB. No, I don't know what this is. No loud noise in the night. Okay, whatever. And Old Town. Okay, we have also got our new roads. Beautiful. That is perfect timing. Okay. I'm quite pleased about that, actually. That is pretty good. Let's then go ahead and first off sort of extend this road around here and connect it like that. So I guess that sort of works. We'll see how efficient that ends up being. What I would like to do, though, is I'm going to put trees on these roads, because this is going to be a nice big residential space, and I kind of want it to be quite fancy. So we'll do all of that. Extend it down to there. That's not going to be a dead end, but it's okay. For the time being, it is, because that's all it can be. Put some trees on these roads. The little sort of cul-de-sac roads won't, or not trees, sorry, grass. The little cul-de-sac roads won't have anything on them. They're going to be quite normal. Just because this way we can distinguish between what each road is. If it's sort of just a street that people live on, then it's got grass. If it's effectively a main road, it's got trees. And if it's just a little residential dead-end cul-de-sac, then, well, it's got nothing. So there we go. That's that area pretty much sorted. Now, you guys are having electricity problems. And we are generally having electricity problems. Okay. Maybe we want the oil power plant, because it does generate a lot more than the coal one. So we'll go ahead and get that. And I realize I don't have automatic bulldoze, so I'm going to need to remember that. Automatic bulldoze, of course, being a very, very good mod. One of the first I wound up subscribing to on the Steam Workshop. So this will be interesting, because you now have to manually go in and bulldoze all this stuff. Which is annoying. Definitely annoying, but it's Vanilla City Skylines. We're going to have to deal with it. That is how things roll in Vanilla Cities Skylines. I swear I can speak. I do, I promise. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to bulldoze this road. Because I actually really like the idea of extending over this way immediately. Because we have 4,500 people almost. So we might as well. And I think I am going to use a big roundabout to do it. Again, I like roundabouts. I think they're cool. So let's go ahead and see if we can do this properly. We want a nice big roundabout here. So that is going to be whatever it is. I think it's 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 by 5. I think. I might be wrong. That definitely doesn't look like a roundabout to me. Oh dear. This is tricky. I'll tell you what the better idea would be here. Go, like that. And then... No, that's not even. Okay. Oh, this is tricky. Okay, so go there and go there. Then from there to there is... That is a full... Alright, so it's that. So that's 12. So I want to go like that, that, and that. Then a road through the middle, and through the middle. Then we get rid of the corner bits. And then we extend out that way. So this is the old school way of measuring things in city skylines. Good. Good. So do that, then do that, then do... Oh, hold on. Do that. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So that's a roundabout. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful is maybe not the word I would necessarily use, but I mean it functions. So let's just take this road along the... I guess that road should maybe come down a little bit. And I think I'm gonna put grass on it because that'll look quite nice. So let's just do this kind of thing where it's gonna sort of curve down towards those other residential buildings. It's gonna get a little bit close, but not too close. Those buildings, again, will probably get moved eventually, so that's fine. Bring this road over and get rid of that one. Then we continue this road through and connect it to there. So that now hooks up, and that is a big old road, but I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to see how that works, which it absolutely should. I also think what I'm going to do is extend just a little bit off of it. This should probably have trees on it here, or at least, I'm going to say grass as well. So if I do that, what I'd like to do is extend like so that there is a little sort of connection between those areas a little bit further down the road. And I think I'll do the same just at the end here. So something like that. And then what I'd like to do is extend this road just, say, 10 units, so we know that that is going to continue. And then, quite simply, we're going to do another section of residential zoning and spacing over here on that side of the... Or do I want to do that? That's the real question. Do I actually want to put residential zoning here or commercial? Because we do have demand for commercial and a big demand for industrial zoning, but I haven't quite decided. I think what I'll do is go ahead and sort of marquee tool all of that. So that's all going in. Then go in and specifically take out bits like that and that. Then all of these bits here too. I realize I do have zoning on sort of the main treed road there, but that's fine. That is A-okay. Get rid of those bits too. Get rid of these little bits in here. And that is all what I want zoned. So that's good. That's good. That's fine. As for everything else, I don't really know what goes in here. I haven't really decided on that, which makes things a bit tricky. But I suppose it would probably be more residential zoning, just a little bit less of it. Though that wasn't quite my plan, because I don't exactly know where everything's going to go. I guess at this point we are still just building for the sake of it, aren't we? We don't have huge residential demand, so this area is going to take a long time to build up, so I guess we'll focus on what we have demand for, though we are going to want to connect over here with some electricity, so let's just very quickly do that. And also some water, that's for sure. We're going to want pipes in there. So if I take this pipe over to that spot, I'm going to effectively try and just grid this whole space, which gets rid of the lovely, lovely, lovely styling that we had on those first set of pipes, but that's fine. Things are going to get a little bit, you know, a little bit messy here and there, but eventually they'll get back to being beautiful. So let's just take that pipe to there. And take that pipe to there. Alright, so that whole area should build up eventually, which will be good. I'm going to leave it to it and hope for the best. And come in here and start extending out for more industrial zoning. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the industrial zoning yet, but I guess the easiest way would be to extend to there. And that's a one-way road. Good. Good job, me. Let's extend to there and the whole way across with all of these. And I actually need to review education in the city as well, because I'm not really sure what way it's going. Because at the moment, it definitely seems like there is still a remarkable demand for industrial zoning. compared to anything else. There's not really that much demand for commercial, although I think education is generally needed for higher density commercial as opposed to the low density commercial, so maybe that's why. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's just extend this the whole way across because we might as well. That's going to be a lot of industrial zoning. My God. How's this going? Oh, there are some people building over here. All right, it's going to be quite exciting to see people using these roads. I'm actually very curious. It's also been a long time since I've played in a map that has hills like this. Oh, we have sewage problems. Well, we can deal with that. It's actually, sewage problems seem to be because of the lack of electricity as opposed to anything else. So that is perfectly fixable. So we'll just do that. And then we will connect this guy up as well. We are quite low on money currently, which has me a little bit concerned, but we are still making plenty, so we're gonna be all right. A little bit more construction going on over here. Not seeing anyone on these roads yet. I really want to, because I want to see if they use the avenue or they go this way. Very, very curious. I also just... this little road's growing on me. Though I think it needs some trees. I think it definitely needs some work. We might do some trees and some decorations on that shortly. But I guess at this point, we have something that's definitely coming together. Definite and noticeable traffic problems coming into the city. But that is... well, that's going to be the case for a while, just simply because of the nature of this sort of junction into the city. I can upgrade these, though. So that gets upgraded a little bit, which lets traffic flow out a little bit better. Traffic's getting out, no problem. It's just, I guess, getting into my city, because this is currently the only connection in. That might actually be a good idea. If we extend this road down and sort of connect it to that junction, that would effectively become another main road. And it would be a main road directly to the suburb as well. That could be good. Do we have, no, we don't. Let's have a look. What's the next unlock? Big Town. And it gets us another zone. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Lots of things. That needs 6,500 people. I guess we should maybe try and get that today. And then wrap things up with this episode. Which shouldn't be all that difficult, to be honest. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of a look and see what kind of distance we're looking at between here and there. That looks to be... well, there's 4 tiles of zoning there, so if I go like that, that's pretty much accurate. And if I go like that, again, pretty much accurate. So let's see if we can get a little road in between those that looks similar to everything else we have going on here. You know what? I'd say that does, actually. That's pretty good. Quite happy with that. Let's go to there. Just like that. And what way do I want to connect this? I get... oh, there's traffic! And they're using the avenue. Okay. Curious. Are they going to turn there? Yep. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Surprised they're not using this bit of the avenue, but that's alright. That's cool. Let's then, I suppose, go ahead and connect this to... I guess the avenue. I guess connecting it to the avenue sort of makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? Although it's a bit weird, and traffic may end up being inclined to use that road instead of the one I want them. No, they're not. Okay, that's good. Maybe we don't need this roundabout. Maybe we can get rid of that and just create a sort of regular corner here. Let's have a look. So if I go straight ahead with you, and go straight ahead with you, that's not actually going to let me do that. Okay, so connect that straight to there. Bit of a weird dip in the road there, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and do that. And do that. Yeah, I guess that works. Then technically this could probably just run straight into that road. So like that. Definitely creates a weird small space there, which has me a little bit uneasy, but I think we'll manage. I do think we'll manage there. I'm quite liking this little space. It looks really nice. And look at that. That's a really cool looking building. Good, good. This is progress. This is definite and noticeable progress. Now what I want to do is, I guess, create a small space with some small shops. So what I'll do is go ahead and extend this way a little bit. So something like that. I'll go a little bit further. And I want to just create something quite cool. I want to create something that's effectively, you know, maybe 5 shops for this entire neighborhood, then put houses around it. So if I go, let's go 10 that way, let's go 10 that way, then just sort of create a little box, I suppose. In fact, let's not create something symmetrical. Let's go 20, let's go 10, let's go in, and like that. So that's where it's going to go. That's going to be our little commercial space, which I think looks quite nice. What I'd also like to do is upgrade that to Avenue, because, you know, it might end up being quite busy. So that's the commercial space. It has already got water. These guys up here don't, but they'll manage. We'll go ahead and just fill it with commercial zoning. And I'd like to sort of do the outside bits of it as well, I think. Just a little bit like that. Get rid of the bits on the end because they don't quite match up, but the rest of it is completely fine. I think what we'll do is go ahead and run some pathways to it as well. So something a bit like this. And we'll do something a bit like, we'll do that, and we'll connect that and do that. So that is quite similar on either side. Not exactly symmetrical, but certainly does the job that I want it to do. I don't think, no, I can't extend that up there, which is unfortunate, but that's sort of the way of things. That space is already occupied, that's fine. Can I get these to connect properly? Not really. So we're not going to bother doing that. That's fine. That space will build up eventually. What I'd now like to do, though, is basically go ahead and start doing the same thing that I did over here, just slightly smaller. We're also having water problems. We're probably going to want to get a proper little water pumping station. My only concern is that I would need to put it over here to be far enough away from everything else. So I will just add another water tower and do that. So that'll hopefully sort everybody out nice and quickly. You guys burnt down, which is unfortunate. We do have some abandoned buildings that I will deal with in just a moment. But for the time being, let's go ahead and get these other suburban roads in. So that needs to go to there, then up to about there, I suppose. So take that to that point. This one can go to there, and sort of that way as well, but a little bit less distance than that one. I'd also like some bits to come off of this road and sort of curve over, I guess like that. I guess that kind of works. Can I get anything in there? I can get a little bit in. I don't know that I like that, though. I feel like I want to make sure there's a proper little row of houses behind those shops. So like that, and then this is going to have to go a little bit further. Yeah, that works. Okay. These guys can extend out like that. And we'll do another little suburban road just here as well. Okay, so you go to there and to there. I like it. I do. This is basically becoming a little mini town, which I'm okay with. I think it looks quite adorable. So that'll totally work. This space in here is awkward. I guess we'll probably do some kind of custom park style thing in there, which will be tricky because all I have are trees and pathways. I don't have any of the assets that I would otherwise use to make a little park, but I will manage. I'm sure I can make it work. I also need to downgrade these roads because those are supposed to just be regular. So that's what they are. This road in here I feel is fine as is. And I like it. I really do. So let's go ahead and paint in a whole bunch of zoning, which is going to go pretty much the whole way along this road. Maybe not that end one, but the whole way up to there and into all of these spaces. This space in front isn't going to get painted in because I think it'll look a little bit silly if we do. And this space up to about there can get painted in as well. Then just fill up this whole space with some beautiful residential zoning, and we're going to have ourselves a nice little suburb, which I think, personally, might look kind of cool. So let's go ahead and extend these roads just a little bit, make another sort of little grid thing here so that we can get all of the water coverage that we will ever need. There we go. So those guys are building up. They're not necessarily going to have electricity for a little bit, but that's okay. I think what I will do is I'll go ahead and get some parks, because we can get these Japanese ones in here, which I think would look really nice. Definitely a bit interesting, a bit unique for the area. So we'll do that, and we'll do that. Couple of unique Japanese parks there. And it might actually be a good idea to save a little bit of money so that we can go ahead and get rid of the basic fire station we have over here and move it to this neighborhood. Then put the expensive fire station in here. It is a bit expensive to run per week, and it is expensive to buy up front, but I feel like it's necessary. Definitely feel like it's necessary. So, we got rid of those abandoned buildings. This area here, we are having some garbage problems. Yeah, that makes sense. 55% full. We don't get incinerators until 6,500 people, which we are not actually all that close to. I guess we do need more industrial space, don't we? Oh, that traffic's backing up a little bit. We're probably going to want to sort that sooner as opposed to later, but we'll hopefully manage at some point. You guys are slowly building up. Are you actually going to be able to get electricity at all? I'm not certain that you will. So let me just run a cable sort of through there and over to here. So there we go. That area now has electricity, which is good. That'll keep them nice and happy. And there is actually a reasonable amount of traffic flowing around here, which I appreciate. They're also using this road. No one seems to be using this bit, though, which is disappointing, because I really hope they would. There are a fair few using that one. That road actually makes a lot of sense to use as opposed to the avenue, but then again, we might see some use the avenue. Yeah, there's a few of them using the avenue. Anyone going this one? No. That is a shame. That is most definitely a shame, but I like this. This is quite cute. It's a nice area. Definitely a nice area. Oh, we're having some more fire problems. We almost have enough for the new station. We probably have enough to move the old one. But I guess we could take a loan. That is always an option. We could take this one, which is 60,000, which I guess we'll do. Because that way we can get the upgraded fire station, which I think we desperately need. So we'll go ahead and get the upgraded station. We'll throw it in right at the end here. Or do we want to put it elsewhere? We could put it elsewhere. We could put it right in the middle of some of these areas. We could put it on this road, although it would sort of block a lot of things, but I feel like this road could look kind of cool with it. Definitely an option. I think I'll just put it there for the time being. Then grab the old one, and I'm going to put it near these guys here. So sort of in this particular area. So it'll be a bit loud. It would definitely be a bit loud, but that's okay. It's for safety. There we go. So there's fire trucks just got there, apparently. Interesting. Definitely an interesting place for a fire station, but I like it. It's a really pretty building. It is a really nice building. It's another big red brick building, and you know I love those. Also has a French flag on it, which is pretty cool too. Electricity problems, really? Are we really having electricity problems? Yeah, we are. Electricity availability is not that good. Well, that's a definite shame. That's also a very pretty building, next to two of my favorite buildings. Oh, those are amazing. That is a nice building too, though. I feel like I want to move it. I feel like I want to put it over here. It's too nice of a building to have next to all that pollution. That's much better. That is much better. Okay. So we are having electrical problems. I guess we're going to want another one of these guys here. So just chuck it in there, I suppose. And that'll sort all of those problems. We are having trash problems as well, but there's not a lot we can do about that. We've almost got our 6,500 people. We're having some death issues as well, so let's go to healthcare and grab ourselves a cemetery, which I am gonna have to put somewhere. People like living near these, so I guess I could throw it like at the entrance to the city. Although there is a lot of traffic in that space, so maybe we'll throw it up this end of the city. Sort of there, I guess. Yeah, that'll do the job. There's not a hell of a lot of traffic about there, so that's completely fine by me. I just want to get 6,500 people, though. That is all I want. I also think I probably want to go ahead and upgrade this main road, which I think I'll put some trees on, because it is a pretty busy road, but also quite a nice road. So let's just get these 3 lanes into all of that space. That way traffic can hopefully move a little bit better. I haven't dealt with vanilla modless City Skylines traffic in a very long time, so this could be very interesting indeed. Where are you guys speeding off to? You're going to the busy corner shop, which has just caught... Oh yeah, it is most assuredly on fire. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. We are getting close. We are having garbage problems, though, so I probably want another one of these. Even though I really don't want one. I need one, but I don't want one. I want to save up for this, but I guess we're going to have to get another one of these. So we'll throw it opposite the other one. That way they're both in the same spot. There are now 30 garbage trucks in our little city. And I'm so pleased at this area. I really am. I really am pleased with it. There are some crime problems here, but... yeah, we'll deal with them. We'll deal with them. I'm also going to be really cheeky and move this. And I'd like to explain why I'm moving that. I'm moving it because I'm probably going to use that as the building for the thumbnail of this episode, and I kind of want the sun to be on the front of it, so it looks good. Otherwise, we have to deal with the back of the building, which doesn't look as good and has a really annoying fence. So that's why that's there. I don't know if that building will be the one I use. I haven't decided yet. I'm sort of... that's also... I'm going to be honest. That's also why I moved this one. And this building's probably easier to cut out anyway, so... probably going to go with this one. That's a possibility, because I haven't really placed anything else. I have this, which I suppose is kind of a nice building, but a little bit small, you know? A little bit small. I haven't placed anything else as interesting for a thumbnail this episode, which is a shame. Definitely a shame. Are we close? Yeah, we're like just over... we are just over 400 people away from this goal, so we're getting there. Definite garbage problems here, though. We need to sort that. Traffic is flowing around this area. Another big bunch of traffic coming along this way at the moment. I like this, though. Still a lot of building to get done there. I think I'm going to go in and get rid of some of these trees as well, just to sort of clear out the space in between the little roads there and the avenue. That way it's much clearer what trees go where, what trees are on the roads, what trees are in between. And I may eventually go ahead and add my own decorations and trees and all that stuff to those spaces. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see. We will absolutely see. So get rid of those guys, get rid of all those guys. Yeah, that looks a bit better. The road is much clearer to see, which I can appreciate. And we just had a massive burst of people moving in, apparently. Do we need a small police station out here? I feel like we might. Do I even have a police station? I do, but I feel like I need another one. So maybe this can be the thumbnail building. I think I'll put it there. Yeah, you know what? That building's not bad. That building is definitely not bad. It has the bloody lamppost in front of it, which is a problem, but I can get behind that. Get it from that angle. Looks pretty good. Sure, that's going to be the thumbnail building. There we go. I'm just going to take the screenshot. There we go. So, oh, it's been a long time since I've done the thumbnail shoot in video. That's been a while. I think it was actually some of my original City Skylines series that I did it in as well. So that's pretty good. That's me being professional, I suppose. How many people are using these pathways? A fair few. It would definitely be nice to have some pedestrian crossings in here. Because as it stands, the only way to do that would be with a mod or by tinkering with the roads a little bit. Which I guess is doable. I mean, if I go in and I did that, they now have a crossing. Which means they can go straight across. The problem is, that looks silly having that just random section of road there. So I'm not gonna. That's not gonna be happening. Let's get rid of you. And get rid of you. And we do still have some pretty big demand for industry. So I guess what we'll do is extend this way another... I'll go another 10. I don't want to extend the whole way because I just really, really don't. We'll extend like this. We'll leave it a little bit asymmetrical so it's not the whole space. And we'll build up like... well, up like this. There we go. So that's a bunch more industry. They're all going to need water as well, so we'll get that into those spaces. Bring this one across to there, and this one here can come across too. So too bad there. Alright, so that will kill some of that demand. We are about to hit it, and we are officially a big town. Beautiful. We have unlocked a new 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer space. We have taxation policies, more unique buildings. We have metro, which can be quite useful. We have the leisure specialization. We have all of these new policies as well. And we have high density zones and office zones. But most importantly, the incineration plant, which I desperately want. So what I'm going to do is go to here. Now, these are a bit expensive, 30,000 each, but I can place them. So I'm going to put one of them there and one of them there. And I'm going to start demanding that these guys empty their landfills. And those landfills will empty out into the incineration plants, which have got more garbage trucks than the landfills do. So this way, once the landfills are empty, we can go ahead and get rid of them and return that to just be industrial zoning, which will be absolutely beautiful. I also realize I haven't continued the little pathway up to here and here. And I guess what I could do as well is continue this up to that spot, across to there and done. And we'll go across to, I guess, there. Up a little bit. And to there. There we go. So that is connected, I think. It's a bit of a weird connection, but I think it is technically connected. Can I do this? Sort of. This is a little bit tricky to do. So if I go to there and there. There we go. So that is now a little road that runs the whole way along there and I think looks absolutely adorable. I also realize I haven't put the industrial zoning up to the right spot. There we go. That's pretty good. We have upgraded garbage disposal. These guys don't have electricity for some reason, which is probably my bad. I mean, I'm the only one playing this, so that would make sense that it was my bad. This area looks pretty cool. I am actually really pleased with it and really happy with how it's turned out. I think it looks nice and it sort of services this area really, really well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave it there for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been City Skylines and the city of Vanilla. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.